Hello, strong, sensitive souls. I want to give you a little bit of instruction on how to tap. So this is going to be the first iteration of this type of video. I'm sure it will evolve over time because I will probably watch it and think that I need to add something else, but that's fine. So right now, this is in preparation for our June 2nd get together, where I've invited you to come and learn how to let go of what's getting in your way of you. Like, how are you getting in your own way? So let's let it go. I'm not going to go through anything here. I'm just going to show you what we do. Now, some of you are previous clients or current clients, and you know exactly what this is. But this is one of the modalities that I use when I work with my clients when we are stuck, when the client is stuck, and when you are finding that you're trying to reach a goal and you can't seem to get there over and over. You know what to do. You're trying to do it. You either are avoiding, resisting, procrastinating, and that's what I'll call inner resistance, or you are distracted. You're doing all kinds of other things, which would be avoiding. So this is just one of those things that I'll use in that capacity, but we also use it for changing memories. We use it for changing beliefs. And when I say change, I mean making sustainable change. It's not just hypnosis or, not hypnosis works, but it doesn't work for everyone. This is a little bit of hypnosis in here, but it's neural pathway work. What we're doing is working with the subconscious mind, the neural network that's in there. We're getting your awareness to the issue, the problem, and we're nipping it, and we are changing it and making it something really positive for you so that it works. So you are working for yourself. You're making your mind your ally. Got it? Okay, so here's what we do. The first thing is when we're going to come to these, we'll call them webinars or live tap alongs. I'm going to have a new name coming soon. When you come, I want you to have a happy memory already dialed up, that you know what it is. And a happy memory is something that makes you feel good. It's not oh, this felt so good. Oh, but then there was that time when so-and-so, not that. You want the video, you want the memory, which is a video in my mind. You want the memory that you can dial up that gives you all of the good feeling. You can close your eyes and just feel yourself there. And if you can't think of a happy memory, I'm going to have you create one. So you can do that really easily by thinking of a place in nature that you love, that you've been to, or it's an imaginary place, doesn't matter. Name that place. I have one called the Magical Mossy Forest, and it's actually a real place. However, every time I visit, I've embellished it to make it something more magical, hence the name Magical Mossy Forest. You can have whatever you want. It can be anywhere you want. It can be on this planet, another planet, I don't know, anywhere, as long as you feel good always when you're in that memory. And that is what you focus on. So you think about this happy memory, and I want you to just go there in your mind and feel, hear, see, maybe even taste and smell. Just notice what you notice about this memory that makes you feel so good. And I want you to feel that and know where in your body you know it feels good. And when you've got it dialed up nice and strong, now I'm going through this fast, you can take your time, use my words in your mind, and sit with your happy memory for 10 minutes if you want. Right now, we're just doing it quickly. So you're going to your happy memory, and you're going to, when you've got it nice and strong, you're going to grab your wrist, doesn't matter which one, and you're going to give it a squeeze, take a deep breath in, blow it all away, and say peace. Got it? That's the happy memory. And it can be anything. You can change it. I suggest you use the same one when we're working together in this group, because it'll just be easier for you to switch back and forth. So how we tap is we're going to aim at a problem or an issue, a symptom, anything that's in our way that we want to change. So aim at it by calling it up in your mind. Think about it. You feel it. So however you do it, because you're different than me, I do a lot of feeling. I do a lot of seeing. I hear. I know I do all of those things. So it depends on the memory for me. And sometimes it is, or whatever the issue is, it just depends on what I have referenced there. We're going to all be different. So you think about what bothers you. You're going to aim at it, which is dial it up. You notice it. And then we're going to tap on it. And when you do that, you're going to feel your fingers, and we're going to just tap on these 4 points, these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to just tap between, you know, kind of the inner eyebrow, and you're going to feel your fingers and you're going to say, let it go. Outer eyebrow, let it go. Under the eyebrow, keep feeling your fingers, let it go. Under your collarbone, it's safe to let it go. Take a deep breath in, grab your wrist, give it a squeeze. Blow it all away and say peace. And then you're going to go to your happy memory again. And I want you to go there now. Go to your happy memory. Think about that place in nature that you love, or that happy memory that you know brings you joy or brings you whatever emotion that's positive. And think about all of those things. Notice what you notice about how it feels so good. And feel how that feels. Notice all that you notice. I keep saying feel because that's my thing. And when you've got it nice and strong, take a deep breath in, blow it all away, and say peace. And then we go back and we check it again. Now, at this point, which I did forget to ask you to rate the memory in the beginning, not the memory, the issue, you're going to rate it and see what it is on a scale of 0 to 10 and how strong is that and how it bothers you. So you rate it, and maybe it was a 10 when we started, maybe it was an 8, whatever that number is, you notice that. We've gone through the one round of tapping. Now you're going to think about that issue again. How strong is it now? And you're going to think, well, how strong is it now? That problem that I was working on, how strong is it now? Okay, it's a 6. Great, it went down. If it's the same, that's fine too. Just notice what's there and notice what makes it that number. What do you notice? Do you notice a feeling, a taste, sound, say a smell, a picture pop up? What are you thinking about? Notice it. Okay, tap, feel your fingers, let it go. Let it go. You can look around the room, let it go. Just let it go. It's safe to let it go now. Time to let it go. Grab your wrist, deep breath in, blow it all away and say peace. And that's really it. That is the basics of how to tap and let something go. Essentially, as you aim at it, you tap while you distract yourself, tapping, feeling your fingers, letting it go, doesn't matter what side. You can even tap reverse. You can tap all over. You don't have to do it where I do. You can just tap. Grab your wrist, deep breath in, blow it all away, and say peace. The key is to go back and forth between aiming, tapping, to let it go, and going to a happy place. You're changing what you're doing in your mind from what's bothering you to what is happy, and training your brain that way, as well as you're noticing your rating for this situation to go down. And that's the goal. You want to get it down to a 0. You want to be able to look around in your mind and notice all that's there and not let it bother you anymore. All of the pieces that are there. So if it's a person in there, you want to make sure they're smiling. If it is a situation, you want to make sure all the actions are positive. And this will naturally happen as you tap through it and allow yourself to let it go. And it's easier sometimes if you're doing this by yourself, if you're going to try this, because I'm going to guess that you are, to write it down as you go so you can keep track. And keep track of your number, because what happens while we're tapping, we tend to get a little forgetful. And that's good, because we want to kind of forget the parts that bother. Well, we want to forget what bothers us, right? I mean, I do. I want to feel good. I want to feel happy. And the reason we do this is because we have these references in the back of our mind that are pulling, or that we're pulling from those resources when we're living our daily lives. And if we have something in there that is not good, and a situation is similar to it, we're going to pull from that not good reference and we're going to use it and apply it to what's going on right now. Does that make sense? So if you change these things in your subconscious mind, make them positive, and that might sound weird or hoodoo voodoo to you, but it's not. It's totally the way everything that you do really works, and it does shift things because you're constantly taking, say white balls are good, black balls not good feeling. And when you're doing positive affirmations, positive thinking, laughing, having a good time, you're adding more white balls to your brain. Anything that happens that's not good, a black ball goes in, a memory. And you just want to, you want to outdo the black balls in your brain and not allow those bad things to take precedence in your mind. You want to be able to call up and have access, easy access to those positive things. And when you have feeling associated to those positive things, like the happy memory, you remember something really happy, or you're creating it right now, and you do that, you're going to do it right then, feeling it in your body. You're training your brain like, this is how I want to feel instead. This is what I want, this feeling. Got it? So I'll watch this again and make sure that it's clear to me when I watch it, and redo it as time goes on. But join me on June 2nd so we can tap along together. Be sure to put down under that, it can be under this video too, or that one, of what you feel is standing in your way of being an empath, sensitive, intuitive, and not standing in your way of being those things, but being that you are an empath, a sensitive, and intuitive. What stands in your way that you notice as you're trying to go for goals? All right, I'll sign off here, and any questions, feel free to put them below the video. Thanks so much.